take our Bibles to Matthew 26 again. And like I said, over the last couple of days, that really what we've been trying to do is just kind of highlight some things on our way to the cross. Well, traditionally, today would be the day that Jesus was crucified. Now we know with a little bit more research, that's not quite the way it lines up. But I think it's important that we look at this passage because Jesus was betrayed into the hands of the religious leaders. He didn't resist, but he was betrayed. Someone told them how they could find him, how they could know it was him, and it was a pretty brutal experience. But there was a lead up to it, and I think it's important for us to recognize that, of course, Judas is the villain in this story, but maybe, just maybe, if we're not careful, that many times we might be the villain in our life story about Jesus, because many times we know that we're betraying him, or we're neglecting him, or we're ignoring him. And I think that it's important for us to keep that in mind as we prepare our hearts for Resurrection Sunday, is that we get before the Lord and we ask him, is it I? Is it me? Am I the one that is betraying you today? And that's a personal thing between you and the Lord. I can't really know what's happening because God is supposed to be guiding your life, not me. And so in verse number, I think verse number 19 is a good place to drop into our passage this morning. It says, and the disciples did as Jesus had appointed to them, and they made ready for the Passover. And now when the even was come, he sat down with the 12, and as they did eat, he said, verily I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me. And they were exceeding sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I? And he answered and said, he that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. And the Son of Man goeth as it is written of him. But woe unto the man by whom the Lord, or the Son of Man, is betrayed. It had been good for that man if he had not been born. Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? And he said unto him, Thou hast said. And so Judas, for whatever reason, I don't think in that moment he was thinking, am I really the one that's betraying you? Maybe he did. Maybe he had full knowledge, and maybe he was even taunting the Lord by dipping in the bowl at the same time. We'll never really know the answer to that question here on earth. But the truth is that later on, there'll be a moment in the darkness where Judas will come up and greet the master as if they are great friends, and he'll kiss him on the cheeks as they did as a custom of greeting then. And I can imagine the sting of the lips on the cheek from the one who is turning you over to the authorities, then the person that would lead you to your death, so to speak. And I just got to say this, as we're preparing for Resurrection Sunday, would you go before the Lord and just simply say, Lord, is that what I'm doing? It may or may not be true. I don't know, but I know that we need to approach Resurrection Sunday as not just a one-time, 1-hour event, but as an opportunity to cleanse the heart, to get right with the Lord, and not just for a day. This last Sunday, we talked about Palm Sunday being nothing more than king for a day, and the room was almost empty. We had hardly anyone in attendance that for whatever reason, and it just kind of struck me that in our current culture, that oftentimes Jesus isn't even king for a day anymore. He's king for an hour, if that. And so let that be the encouragement to you, that this is the opportunity to say, you know what, Lord, I've been neglecting you. I have been flat out ignoring you. In fact, I've been trying not to get near you so I wouldn't feel guilty about not caring about you with my life. And this is the opportunity that we have to reset and say, you know what, Lord, I've been neglecting you. And in ways I've been betraying you. And I want to be right with you. And so I hope that's an encouragement to you this morning. Many of you will have today off, and you'll have the opportunity to really think about it. Spend some time today with the Lord and ask him if he would cleanse your heart and make things right between the two of you. Have a great day.